What's up, brother?
Oh,
What's going on?
oh, not too bad, not too bad.
You ever see the people that walk up to other folks and they're like, "Hey, what's in your pocket?" You ever see those videos?
No,
What's in your pockets?
absolutely nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Nothing's in your pockets? Not a thing. No wallet, no nothing.
No, not when I'm
Nothing.
at home.
Zero. Do you even have pants on? Now I'm concerned.
Yeah, maybe.
He said maybe, maybe I do, maybe I
Maybe,
don't.
maybe I do, maybe I don't. You never know what's
You only
going on.
you only get from the chest up, so you never know. So I open my drawers. I'm sitting here and I'm waiting backstage, and I'm thinking, like, what's in my pocket? What's in your drawer? Do you have a drawer near you?
I have, yeah, this
What's
side
in
I
your
got a
drawer?
small drawer and all a bunch of crap.
Like
All
what?
a bunch of crap.
I'll show you what's in my drawer. What's in your drawer?
One drawer just got a bunch of like cables, connectors, flashlights, USB connectors, whatever,
Do
and
you have a
then a bunch
camera right in front of you?
of like I'll
Hold
just
on.
show
Be
the
careful
name.
not to. We want
Mind
to
you,
make.
oh, I have shorts on.
You
That's all
said you might have not have pants on.
it just got a bunch of connectors and crap. Like I don't know. My
That looks
my
like a
thing is
junk
I'm
drawer.
here in my desk area. Like I'm pretty good about what I show back here, but
Yeah.
my desk is it looks better than it has been lately. It's actually relatively clean.
You wanna see what's in my drawer now?
Sure.
So I have these guys. You know what these are?
No.
Like the magnets. You know
Oh, okay.
those guys. So that's in my drawer. Check this out. We got some Series 3 Fortnite cards, never been opened. Just kind of hanging out. Oh, this was from last year, still not open. But I got it there just in case. Just in case. It's just kind of chilling. A Gerber knife. You can't leave home without a Gerber knife. Oh, in case y'all don't know, I'm really into drawing, so I got to have a set of drawing pencils somewhere close to me. Got to have remotes for all the lights that I have hanging around. Oh, you never know when you're gonna need like a shot like for something. I don't know why I have these in my drawer, what they're doing in my drawer, but these are not made for injecting in your body. They're made for making jello shots. You put the jello shot in there and then you squeeze it into your mouth. I swear to God, that's what it's for. Swear to don't like demonetize me for that. It's for taking jello shots. Let's see. I have a notepad. Oh, let's not forget this guy. This was the most annoying thing in my house for a long time. So this thing made it to my drawer. So it had to come to my drawer. And then we got like the Mandalorian puck. I made one of these guys one time with my 3D printer. Never talked about it, but I still got a bounty puck just kind of sitting in my drawer. If you need a bounty puck, how about throw a comment? Hey, I'll tell you what, the first person who says that they need this, I'll ship it to you. It's a little bounty puck. This thing actually glows too. It's kind of cool to be honest with you. And then I got some tab pads and some chapstick because you never know when you're going to need chapstick. I don't know what most of this stuff is doing here. I have zero clue what most of this stuff is just doing here, sitting around. And then we got some Sharpies, and that's really it at this point. It's just paper and useless nonsense. Why do we keep like this stuff just sitting in drawers?
I don't know. So my bigger thing is, in fact, I'll actually show. I have a separation between my desk and the wall because I kind of
Oh,
burn my desk. So I actually just cleaned this up today. So it's actually a lot cleaner than it looks than what it was probably 2 hours ago. But behind my desk, we actually have boxes of empty. This is where I keep all my empty Funko stuff. I got a bunch of empty Funko stuff here. And I have just a plethora of popcorn buckets.
what are you doing with your life, man?
Popcorn buckets everywhere.
What are you doing with your life right now that you just got popcorn buckets?
I've got all kinds of popcorn buckets. I am if I have one weakness at Disney, it's popcorn buckets, dude. I have no idea.
Oh, don't forget this one too. This is also not real, so don't demonetize me. It's just an ink pen. It's just an ink pen. Why I have so many things that like resemble syringes, I don't know. Don't judge me. Don't really know why that is.
But I was able to. I showed you. I was able to finally put up some shelving up in this area. So you can kind
Yeah,
of
it looks good
see
over
my
there.
signed Mickey over here a little bit.
Looks good over there. You're signed Mickey by Mickey, which is also pretty awesome that you have a signed Mickey by Mickey, which is really cool. So what's been going on this week?
But
Now that we, like, know what's
um,
in our drawers. Know what's in
a
our
little
drawers.
bit of a little
In our
bit of this, a little bit of
dressing drawers. God,
that.
hands
We
are dirty.
I had my daughter's birthday is coming up this week, so we're gonna be staying at a Port Orleans this weekend. So originally, I decided to work on Sunday because that way I could have Friday off. But then I forgot that I had a doctor's appointment for Monday, so I had to go get a what's called an echo test, basically just an ultrasound of all different angles of my heart and stuff. Make sure I'm good. I still got to do a stress test, I think is what they call it, next month. So far my heart looks good. They did find that I do have a heart.
Oh,
They
there's one there.
confirmed that.
That's awesome.
I
It's
definitely
always a good
confirmed
thing. It's always a good thing.
that. But and then the day since I had the day off on Monday, I figured I'll start my. This is the first day of the second part of the semester classes, which I was supposed to take. What was it? Ethics for business professionals or something like that. It's a class that they require me to take for my degree. Anyways, I got into this. And have you ever had a teacher in school where this thing just, and mind you, I take everything online. It just seems so scatterbrained that, she wants you to read this and then this and then this and then these people have to do a poster here. And it's so out there. I like structure in my schoolwork. It makes it nice and easy and helpful.
Oh,
This lady was so far out there, and I was like, no, I can't do this. So I started thinking, and after talking to my wife a little bit, I just decided to drop it. I still need the class, and I still have to take it again
right.
later on. But I made sure to make a note of that teacher, so I don't
Oh,
send her for her class again.
so you don't go to her class
I
again.
just won't go to her class again. But I figured with the holidays, my health stuff I have going on right now, and a few other things. I was like, you know what? Taking the next 7 weeks off is probably not a horrible thing. It's going to allow me to maybe focus a little bit more on some videos, stuff like that. A little bit more editing, and I definitely got to find some equalization in my life with that. In fact, it just popped up right now. I just actually finished editing a video before we went live today, so I'll probably post that up tomorrow. And I don't know, I don't know, something about that class. It gave me like freaking anxiety with the way she was setting up that class. It was horrible.
So I discovered a long time ago that I could have a side gig as substituting classes. Did you know that?
I remember you
That
telling me that.
that you can have a side gig of substituting classes. So when you say like you need a structured, I need an unstructured environment. Like so I substitute pretty regularly for a Montessori school. Do you know what a Montessori school is?
Is it? It's like a prep school of some sort.
Yep, Montessori school, they learn like more hands-on. Everything's a little bit more hands-on. So you kind of take the you don't necessarily take the books out of the equation, but you add things to the equation that makes you use your hands, that makes you feel it, touch it, and it gives you like something real from the book, right? So instead of like just doing 5 plus 5, you might see those little things where you move 5 pieces over and then you move 5 more pieces over. That's kind of like a Montessori toy, right? Where you use things to physically to come up with the problems that
Yeah.
you're trying to do. So it's a lot more hands-on and it's a lot less structured.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I am very good hands-on. I mean, that's how I learn for the most part, just by doing. But I think also coming from my economics class that I just did, where it was like every week read 2 chapters. After each chapter, you do this assignment, this test. Next chapter, read the chapter, this assignment. It was just structured. I knew what I was doing every week. It was good. And then going into this, it's just like, whoa.
Hey, so
Complete
check this
shock.
out. I'm gonna hit the chat up. I need everybody to do something real quick though, because this is what I notice. I notice that we keep getting people pop in, and then our numbers will drop again, and then people pop in, and then our numbers will drop again. This is what I need you to do. When you pop back out this time, I need you to share this video on your community page on YouTube. So when you pop back out, just hit share and then put it on your community page. We appreciate you. Let's hit
Appreciate
this
it.
chat up real quick.
All right, let's see what we got in here. So we
We had a lot
got
of heavy hitters in here
we
today.
had nice and early. I don't see him staying in here, but nice and early. In fact, way early in the day, we had Fabian's Collectibles.
What is
Always
up,
good to
brother?
hear from Fabian, but
I wonder.
he hasn't come back to the chat since.
I wonder what that means when it's a purple peace sign. I had to go look and see what that was.
Purple hand, purple. Yeah, okay. I
It's a
got it.
hand purple peace sign. That's pretty cool.
We had our good friend Chase's Kingdom Hails the Kingdom. I had to check on him this week because he has been moving for, I swear to God, it's got to be ever.
You think he's okay?
I did check on him this week. He said he finally finished moving everything, so that's a good thing. But now his house is still filled with boxes. So
I don't know how. I mean, he moved into a mansion. I was told it's like 6,600 square foot. Look. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
hey, them people down south had them
I
big
know it.
houses.
South Florida, the folks are rich.
Well, now we're living right off the beach and stuff.
Mr.
All right, we got Mr. Dead Zone Collectibles in the
Dead
house. What's going
Zone.
on, buddy? We have Mr. Mark in the house. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping by. We have Zach Bonifer in the house. What's up, man? Wait, hold on. I gotta check just because he changes that every week. What character is that today? I can't tell because he changes his icon like every day.
Zach?
Yeah.
That is maybe it's Zach from Save the Bell, right?
Oh, that could be it. Yeah,
I think that's what it is. I think that's
that's a
Zach
good
from
one.
Save the Bell.
And you
Let
had
me
gone back
answer this
to
though, Mr. Mark. I don't actually put my Charger away for the winter. I put my Camaro away for the winter because it's got the 500 horsepower and it's rear axle. My Charger is actually all wheel drive. I drive that all winter long. It actually drives better than most 4-wheel drives. You would be amazed. Be amazed. All right, let's go.
Oh, Fabian did come back in. Hey, what's up, brother?
Fabian,
Appreciate you stopping by. Who else we
Fabian.
got here? That if I missed anybody, we got Mr. Quick Draw McGraw in the house. What's going on, buddy? We got Miss Christina Payne, best mom in the business. Appreciate you stopping by. We've also got. I know I've seen him. Where was that? I just pulled Iron Man Funko Go. Okay, running 350.
Yeah, so
Gold.
they made that 18-inch Iron Man. We talked about it. They weren't selling out. Let me tell you, we'll go through a whole conversation of that here in just a minute.
We've also got Mr. Simon Crook in the house. What's up,
What
man?
is
Appreciate
going
you
on,
from the
brother?
Great White North. And I think that's where we're caught up. We got some more people in the chat, but if you haven't made a comment, we will pop you up later.
Hey, so when you pop back out, make sure you hit that share and then share this on your community page. That way, when you come back, everybody that's in your community will come hang out with you. anyways, so let's talk about this for a minute. I probably should have pulled this up, but I didn't think about it until Fabian commented something. So they did that Iron Man, which was the 18-inch, it's the biggest one they made so far. 18-inch Funko Gold Iron Man. I still say it looks like trash. I'm going to stay to the fact that it looks like trash. It to me still is trash because they didn't say what. They never mentioned what NFT you were going to get, and I don't even know which one you got. So Fabian, if you could tell us, that'd be awesome. If you could tell us like what NFT you got, was it of Iron Man? What was it? Right? What was it that what the NFT that they gave with it? So these things weren't selling out. They were $150 a box. It was no surprise to me, probably no surprise to anybody else here that they weren't selling out with that kind of a price tag on them. And then the owner of VV or the CFO or the CFFFO or whatever title the dude has, if you know the title, throw it in the comments, but just know that I'm not trying to recite it because I don't know it exactly, but I know that he was a big wig at the VV, right? That's what I know. So he comes out while it's not selling out and says, "Hey, if you get number one of this, I'm going to give you $15,000. And if you get number one of that, the different colors that they had, I'm going to give you $40,000." And then they almost instantly sold out.
Oh
But
yeah,
this is what I'm going to say. Say what?
because now people are like, "Ooh, I can actually get something out of it."
Right. But this is what I'm going to say. Just because I said that I would do something doesn't mean that I'm going to do it. Right? So I want to see if somebody's actually going to redeem this from the company and if they're honestly going to give it to them. Right? Are they honestly going to pay them $40,000 or are they going to say, "Oh no, I was going to give you $40,000 in credit." Or I was going to give you $15,000 in credit because he didn't say, "I'll pay hard cash for anybody willing to do this." And so I'm patiently waiting to see the person who's going to redeem them because I haven't seen anybody like hit them up yet. I haven't seen any posts about it. I'm really excited to see because I hope that when you make these kind of posts that you're a man of your word. But I have a feeling and call me crazy or call me like sadistic, but I have a feeling that it's not going to go the way people think that it is. That it's going to be, well, we said we'd give you 40,000. We just didn't say how.
Yeah.
We just didn't say how we'd give it to you, and or they're going to come back with, well, the box is really damaged, or
I did just find it here.
you throw that up there real
This
quick.
trackers thing.
So throw that up there real quick. And I seen this and I thought, man, well, it's kind of underhanded to see that something's not selling out, and then to like come in with this like outrageous like nonsense. And Fabian, it wouldn't be at the Funko shop; it would be at the VV
So it's
shop.
from David Yu. Dear VV fam and Funko family, I'm on the hunt for the very first edition of the Marvel Vinyl Gold 18-inch Iron Man. I am willing to pay US 15,000 for it. If you happen to have the number one mint in the gold and black variant, one of 50 in existence, I'm prepared to offer 40,000.
He said prepared to offer, though.
Yes.
Prepared to offer.
Means that could go higher.
Well, it could go higher, or look, I have a crazy feeling that it's not going to get sold, and the person is going to. This is what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to come in and say, "Oh yeah, yeah, we'll give you a $40,000 in store credit, right? Or we'll give you $5,000 and then $35,000 in store credit, or something crazy to that matter." And this person is going to then say, "Oh well, I can get more for it on the secondary market," and then hold on to it the rest of their life. That is what I see happening. And then by the time that they want to sell it, this company's going to say, "Oh no, we offered you $40,000 the first time. This time we'll give you 400." So I see something really crazy going on with this, and Chase kind of also said something that I kind of thought too, and then boom, Tristan gets it. So there's also some of that I thought as well as I thought maybe
Whoa,
those
hold on.
are out there.
Did you say Tristan got it?
Yeah, that's what he said, and then boom, Tristan gets it. And this
Oh,
is what
yeah.
I'm thinking, right? Maybe they're not even out there. Maybe Funko didn't even put this one out there. Maybe they held on to it in their store
Could be.
and as a ploy to get you to buy it because look, I'm not trying to be that person, but we all know that Funko will do some pretty shady stuff when it comes right down to it. So I have a feeling like, with the fluffy guy where the fluffy guy came out and said, "These are 5,000 pieces." They showed all the pictures, they showed all the videos, and then the day that it released, they said, "Oh no, it's 50,000." Right?
Did
So
you notice there? And there's a gentleman we know right here in the comments.
who's that? Oh, that's me. What did I say?
Great marketing scheme after they noticed they were not selling.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's a great marketing scheme. I
Don't get
don't
me
think that
wrong. It is. You know.
I don't think that it's legit. I mean, I hope they prove me wrong. Look, I want to be wrong. I
Yeah.
want to be wrong, but I don't think I am. I want to be wrong, but I either A, it's never been released, or B, there's going to be some crazy like shady stuff that happens like in the process of us buying it, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the 40,000 is never. I mean, I guarantee this is a complete market ploy because I think that the number one is in somebody's shelf from
Yeah, I mean,
Funko or even VV itself.
like Funko, like Fabian just said, Funko just gave it to him. What do you mean? Now Funko was like, "Here you go. Here you go, guy." Look, I don't want to be that person, but I have a feeling that that was the either the smartest marketing scheme I've ever seen or the most crookedest market scheme I've ever seen in my life. It was one or the other. I don't know which one it is, but I'm excited. Look, I hope that somebody like comes forward and they're like, "Hey, I got this one and they paid me $40,000 in cash." I will gratefully tell everybody that I was wrong, but I don't think we're ever going to see that person come forward.
Probably not.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
we're ever going to see it happen. I think that it was a marketing scheme. I think that it was a good marketing scheme. I even put it on the post. I mean, so you see, I put it out there for everybody. Great marketing scheme when you notice they're not selling out, and that's what it was. Great marketing scheme. How about the Pop Asia stuff? You ever check out the Pop Asia stuff?
A few times. I mean, I think it's very creative. I mean, um, I think I've attempted to get some of them sometimes. I got the Pop Asia Mickey, the Mickey
Yeah,
and
you
the
did pick
Tiger
up
suit.
that Pop Asia Mickey, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you've picked up some Pop Asia stuff before. So Diss Tracker just recently put on there, or Johnny Funko, whatever you'd like to call him today, just recently put on there the new Pop Asia stuff that's coming out. He did leave out the Funko Freddy that's going to be in the Pop Asia stuff. I mean, so there was that one that it is not on this page right here, but don't worry, I managed to like find it,
You
so
know,
don't worry.
you know,
So
excited about that. 'Cause I want
what's
that
that?
stupid cat. I want
I
that
didn't hear.
stupid cat.
What's that?
I want that cat.
You
That
want that stupid cat?
dude. You don't know how much living in California. There was so many people that had like a cat like that that basically had a
Yeah.
hand that just sat there and waved, and it was like everyone had one of those stupid ass cats in their dash or window or whatever it is. So I don't know, for some reason it just that cat draws me, and I hate cats. I'm allergic to cats. I'm not a cat person, but something about that stupid pop just kind of draws me to it.
Well, most of the time, everything Pop Asia kind of draws me to it because I think it's like this, right? We can't physically get our hands on it here in the States. So, like, even with the Jollibee, I really like getting my hands on Jollibees. I think it has something to do with the fact that we can't get it here. And I was talking to somebody here not too long ago that was telling me about the pops that are really expensive in Europe that are not really expensive here. I mean, so if somebody was like, hey, like the Buddy the Elf I have sells for 100 euros in Europe. Those things are you can buy them at Whatnot right now all day for $6. But if you buy them in Europe, they're $100. Well, the person was kind of explaining it to me. The problem is that you have to pay the shipping to get it to Europe, and we both have experienced this. The shipping cost just to go to Canada is like $40.
And
So
I've bought. I think the one I bought. I can't remember where I bought it from now. I like to say Classic Empire, but that doesn't seem right. Maybe was it Toy Tokyo?
I mean, so it when you start getting those things from Europe, they start getting really expensive, and I think that we have the same problem they have, that they want the pops that are, like, here in the States, and we want the pops that are there, or at least I kinda have that problem, but then I see some of the Pop Asia stuff, and I'm like, "Man, that is really, really cool,
Yeah,
really
I
cool."
definitely think it's cool.
So
Toy
this is the
Temple. That's where I bought the pop. You can a lot of times get a lot of Pop Asian stuff from Toy Temple.
So if you ever go over to like hot4geek.com, you can see like some of the new stuff that's coming out. If you scroll down, they even have like a spot where you can like go buy it. I mean, so I can click on that and then it'll send me to a link that I can buy this guy. Super cool site. If you ever like get bored and you want to go check that out, go check that out. I actually think that they're more on top of like the pops that are releasing than Funko themselves. I mean, just to be completely honest with you, I think that they have more like on lockdown of what's coming out than Funko themselves. It's really, really wild.
Yeah,
Really wild. But I'm gonna pull back up that diss tracker post and look at that cat that you're talking about. I think I know exactly what cat you're talking about, but I oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. So you're talking about that green guy right there
the
that's
green
got
one.
the
Yes.
yeah, you're a little strange.
Yeah.
I, I I never looked at him once and thought, man, I have I have to have this guy.
What's funny is I just actually checked on Chrono Toys, my Mickey Year of the Tiger costume. You can still get that on that's an Asia Pacific exclusive. You can actually still get that on there for $25, but I don't remember paying $25. I think I paid less.
You think you paid more?
I think I paid less.
You think you paid less than
I think-
$25. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's kind of going on with Funko, believe it or not. I really didn't think there would be. I kind of really thought that we would be sitting here today and we'd be talking about things because sometimes we kind of just have to make things up, and we know Funko is really feast or famine like
Hey, we
99.9% of
could
the time.
just like start making up things and people deciding whether we're real or we're fake. Who knows?
What we should do though is we shouldn't just make up anything. We should make up people that with Funko that are contacting us and telling us about the inner workings of Funko. That's what we should make up if we're gonna make
That could
something
be
up.
interesting.
We should really just go for it. I mean, just really, really go for it. So, I mean, we could have a lot of fun with this. We could talk about how the aliens have helped Funko like make pops. I mean, they helped them design them. We heard it firsthand from a person that works with a person that works with a person that works with a
Yeah,
person,
they were hiding them in the basement up in
and they were
Washington.
hiding them in the basement. And this person told us directly that Funko was working with aliens and that the aliens had actually designed Funkos and that's why they're so popular. But they fired the person who knows the person who knows the person who's seen
Yeah,
the
because
alien.
that person was also making the art series, and
Oh
so they
yeah, for
fired
sure. That person was also making the art series.
him.
So and then they got to know the real aliens, and it's a whole debacle right now. We're gonna leave it at that.
Whole
Leave it at that.
conspiracy of it.
anyways, anyways, so there's actually some really cool stuff out there right now. So you have the have you seen these before, right? The pocket pops are not very big, and I think
No,
they're keychains and really, but they call them pocket pops. Um,
why don't they just name them what they always were? Like they stupid keychain.
right, but they call them pocket pops or something like that. And Fabian, check this out. Fabian came in with one. That's how they are. Fabian, that's look, man. You heard it here first.
It's
I
the
mean, you
aliens.
heard it here first.
It's in their likeness.
What's that?
It's
I
in
I
their
w I
likeness.
will, Cowboy, just give me a second. I mean, you heard it here first. For sure you heard it here. The pocket pops are like the keychain pops, right? I think these are really cool. I like the Rudolph. I don't know who this other person is. I wish I knew who this other person was. Um, I like the Jack and Sally. I think they're cool. I don't know if these will be in my collection, but I think that these are if I was at a store and they were sitting by the register, I think that I might grab the Rudolph. I mean, I'm not gonna lie that I might grab those just to grab those, as long as they weren't $20 a piece, as
Yeah.
long as they were like within the under $15 marker, I would probably grab them. If they were over that, then I would just let them sit
Jack
there.
and Sally probably just because I mean it's Jack and Sally. Why not? It's
All
classic.
right, so chat, y'all are pretty active tonight. Which ones are your favorites? Is it Jack and Sally or Rudolph and I don't know who that is. Rudolph
I
and
don't remember there being a
I I
girl
I didn't know there
reindeer.
was a girl reindeer. I didn't know. That's Rudolph, right? I'm not wrong, am I? It's
It's
not
definitely
Bambi, is it?
Rudolph. Yeah.
Rudolph, right?
It says. Oh, it says right there. Rudolph and Clarence.
I don't know.
Clarice. Is this,
Clarice, like
is this like Hannibal
like
Lecter,
Silence of the
Rudolph and
Lambs?
stuff? I
Like
know.
Silence of the Lambs, Clarice,
I don't
or
know.
is this like a different kind of Clarice? Ha! Christina knew it. I knew somebody would know it.
Clarice. Well, it was actually just we were just too slow and not reading what was on the damn box.
I'm a pretty slow person though. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being slow. So
I need pop up books.
I definitely need pop-up books. I like pop-up books though. I like pop-up books. So I got to find something else that's on here though. So he has some other stuff that's on his page. I'm going to rant about
Hey,
this real quick and then I'm going to
real
stop.
quick before you get into that, did you get the heavy metal box of fun?
No.
It's still for sale, by the
I
way.
they can have it. There's look there, to me, it was look. So we say this a lot of times. Let's pull this down for a minute because I'm gonna go on a little tangent. There's some people that are gonna think this is funny. We say this all the time, and a lot of time I think people think we're joking. This was a money grab.
Oh,
This was another one
100%.
of the famous Funko money grabs. They came in after your money, they got it, and they ran with it. And it's one of them that I don't like it. I didn't like the box. I don't like what they did. They didn't really give us any like real characters. They gave us like 3 characters. All of them have 15 variants. One of them glows, one of them doesn't glow. The problem is the one that doesn't glow will glow. Like I have the Freddy Funko behind me as the Green Ranger that's not a glow that however does glow. So they just took the sticker off the box and slid it out there. Funko has gotten real lazy at what they're doing when it comes to these boxes, and it's almost like they've gotten so lazy that they just put it in your face now. And they look, this is what I'm waiting on because I've noticed this has already started to happen. Everybody who receives this box, hear me out, chat. And there's a few of y'all in here. Everybody that receives this box, I bet 1 out of every 2 people are going to tell you that it was extremely damaged and they're going to get another box from Funko or they're going to get a refund. One of the two will happen. I've already seen the post started. I've already seen the people talking about it. That my box came in completely destroyed. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you opened your box and it was completely destroyed. And this is why I don't believe that. Funko is so quickly to just give you your money back. They're so quickly to be like, yep, just take your money back. That I believe that they go through vigorous quality control steps. And that if one of them somehow slid through the cracks, it would be an anomaly. But for one out of every two to slide through the cracks, then it becomes more than an anomaly, right? It becomes a precedent. And I don't believe it. And I've already seen it kind of starting. And I'm looking at Quick Draw talk about the mascots were probably the coolest part of the whole box. The rest of it was just kind of a filler. Funko didn't do a real good job with that one. They honestly didn't. And I'm not saying I wanted to collect it. I did. I really did until I seen the leaks. And then I thought, why?
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that? But let's rant about this guy for a minute. So this is going to be the Jason Voorhees.
Lazy eye Jason Voorhees.
You can actually go to Entertainment Earth at this moment. There's a link right down in the description below. Maybe there's not one in the description. Go to one of my other descriptions because I didn't put it in the description. I don't even monetize our lives, so you don't have to watch commercials or nothing like that. So go to one of my other videos and go to the Entertainment Earth link. I'm going to get a few pennies every time you do. You can buy Jason and Freddy there right now. Right now, you can go over there and buy those. Let me tell you the problem with that. The problem with that is this Jason Voorhees right now sells on Whatnot for somewhere between $30 and $100, right? Because it's an old Jason. Same thing with Freddy. It sells for some reason between $35 and $100. It's an old Freddy. Funko just decided out of nowhere they were remaking these guys. They were going to remake them. They were going to put them in the same box. The colors were going to be a little off. The colors of the box was going to be a little off because the old boxes obviously were not printed in a really long time. So they had to put them in a new printer and they had to paint them with new paint. So they come out just a touch different, and that's it. To me, that is garbage.
Agreed.
That is absolutely garbage. You want to take a collectible to a toy? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You keep reprinting it over and over and over again. What would you think? Check this out. Riddle me this. How would you feel if the comic books all of a sudden decided that they were going to make an original Superman Comics 1?
Okay.
What would you think? How would you feel about that if all of a sudden they're going to make an Action Comics 1?
No.
It'd be shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You'd be like, what is this?
You can't do it. You can't take away from what's history. And, especially how, that being the Holy Grail. You can't just go, oh, I'm just going to make a replica of the Holy Grail. That just doesn't happen.
So what's the difference between this pop?
Nothing.
You see the number on it, right?
Well, again, it was a volt.
Oh,
it was a vaulted pop. If you vault it, leave it vaulted. That's the whole point of vaulting a pop.
I don't know. I seen these and I kind of kept my mouth shut about it. It's extremely garbage. I'm going to always stick to the fact that that's garbage. I know that they needed to make a few more pennies off of something. So instead of getting creative, instead of hiring somebody to help you, instead of doing any of this, we'll just remake the ones that sold before. I think that's wrong on a lot of levels, on a lot of levels. And I know that they'd stand by the argument, well, it wasn't limited. So here is the old and the new one sitting side by side. So you have the OG and then you have the new one. And so the argument to it is that the OG looks a little different than the new one. It's the same box.
Everything.
Say what?
Same box and all.
The same box.
Bottom of the box being slightly up to date and newer. But you're going to number it exactly the same?
The same everything. The same everything. So I find this like a major kick in the gut when Funko just decides. So
it has to at least be a different number. I'm sorry.
Here's what I use. So the Dumbo, right? So Dumbo sold the metallic Dumbo, I think it is.
One of the highest Holy Grails.
Sells for $15,000. I don't know if I'm right or not. I just know that it's really expensive. What would you think? And chat, I need you to help me out. What would you think if Funko decided on a random Tuesday that they were going to put that Dumbo back out? Same box, same Dumbo, same color, same everything.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
You'd be pissed. You'd be like, "What did you do?" Especially if you own this pop, right?
Yeah,
Especially if you had this
because
pop
you're
in
gonna
your
lose
collection.
value in it.
You have
For
people that are gonna say, "Well, it's not the same pop because the box, the bottom of the box tells you what year it was made."
yeah, that's the
O
only way you're gonna be able to tell the difference between the
Okay,
original.
so let's say I take it out of the box, then what? You're gonna say, and then let's say I take it out of the box and I call it an original. So what are you gonna say then? The bottom of the foot is it look, I I'm not down for this kinda, like, idiocracy that
No,
they have
I'm
going
with you.
on, and when they start doing things like this, it, like, makes me think about, like, selling off my collection because I know that they're gonna devalue my collection till it's worth nothing now. I mean,
Yeah,
I can see that that's what they're doing now. They're gonna devalue my collection till it's worth nothing, and to me, that's ridiculous. Why would you ever do that to a company that has been successful? It's not like you can say they haven't been successful,
yeah.
they've been successful in what they're doing. So it's I'm so confused, so confused. Funko really and I made a whole video about how Funko needs to get their stuff together, and it was about the heavy metal, and it was about New York Con in general. And if you didn't watch that video, you really should like take a few minutes to just go watch that video when you get some free time because it's I explain how Funko has forgotten. They have forgotten about the collector. I don't really think they care a whole lot about the
I don't
collector
even
anymore.
care to be honest
I
with you.
I think that they're trying to make toys now versus collectibles, which to me just seems crazy that you're gonna, like, get away from, like, the thing that you were doing and then, like, try and do something else. I'm trying to find this post he has on here that I'm sure a lot of us have ignored that I that has some significance to it, so I wanted to, like, bring that one up and show that one really quickly. Check this guy out, though. Check this guy out. Have you seen this?
Yeah, the Saruman, his eyes glow.
Johnny Knight,
Or
what is going on,
Sauron,
dude?
Sauron, sorry. 1690 price is criminal. Yeah,
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
expensive
I
for
know. Hmm?
1690 is kind of expensive for a pop.
What is the price on it? 16.90?
It's a 1690.
Well, they're just a company of Hot Topic. You know, Hot Topic's been, like, slowly raising up their, like, their prices
That
forever
topic's
now.
expensive.
I mean,
Crazy.
Hot Topic's kinda been doing the same thing. They just been slowly raising their prices up. This is like the happy version of Hot Topic is all, open box lunch is, owned
Yeah,
by the same people, same, like, concept. It's just the happy version of Hot Topic. I can't be mad at them. It's really cool. I can't seem to find it on here. So there is a Five Below exclusive now, which I thought here we are.
Five
I
Below
thought was
exclusive.
absolutely
Oh,
insane.
on mystery minis.
So these aren't kinda like the mystery minis. I know you've seen these guys. You can buy them with the front of it open like that. They come in a big display. The display just kinda sits there, and then you just kinda raffle through them. I've
Okay.
never really gotten into collecting them. I'm gonna be honest, though, I kinda like the Groot in this one, so I might actually go to Five Below and see what they have. Um
Yeah, they usually have all kinds of different mystery. I mean, that's our biggest item. Is I've always seen a ton of like mystery minis.
how
Like,
do we feel about Five Below having a an exclusive, though?
I mean, why not? I mean, especially since they're not really selling at Walmart anymore. I guess they got to pick up sponsorship somewhere.
You think that's what happened? They were like, "Hey, we gotta, like, shift and sell our, like, product cheaper than ever before,
Yeah,
so we
sure, we
got
got to sell it to somebody, and might as
so we gotta
well,
go to Five Below." And
yeah.
is Five Below really Five Below?
No, they're more like five-ish.
Five-ish?
The
Five-ish
five-ish
below?
below. It's kind of like the $1.25 tree.
The $1.25 tree? Have you noticed that Dollar Trees are popping up everywhere?
Oh yeah, we have a bunch
Everywhere. I
of them
got
around
5
here.
of them all within, like, a 5-mile radius of each other.
And coming from your area, that's saying a lot.
All within 5 miles of each other, bro. They all it's like, "What is going on?" You need a Dollar Tree on every corner. Before too much longer, Dollar Tree's gonna start selling gas.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just roll up, get your gas in your, like, your cheap box of cereal all at the same time. The almost Frosted Flakes. I wish it was Fruit Loops. The Fruit
I mean,
Bright.
don't get me wrong. We have one that's literally almost across the street from the movie theater we like to go. and we'll
Oh,
a lot of times stop by there on our way to the movies because they you can get all kinds of candy and stuff. So
Quick Draw is always on top of it. They've been having it exclusive. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Quick Draw. But they got some exclusives. You should go check those out when you got a free minute. So there's some pretty cool stuff that like Funko has been coming out with, which is look to me, I'm super shocked that they've been coming out with some really cool stuff. But I want to like go over something that I know a lot of us don't collect here in this chat, and that's just going to be the NFT. So they're coming out with some new like just Funko branded NFTs. I know that there's a lot of us that don't really get into NFTs like myself. It's not something that I'm going to run out and buy anytime soon, but there is a really cool Freddy like with that. So it is
Samurai Freddy.
so it's a glow Freddy, and we had a what is it? He was in here just earlier. It was a Koba was asking about it.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool, to be honest. This samurai glow Freddy is pretty hard. I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna try and like act like it's not.
No, I mean it's definitely cool. I mean, it looks more like a zombie samurai Freddy or something like that.
Well, I think that's what it's supposed to be because this is part of their Funkoween. Funkoween NFTs come out October 31st. If that's something that you get into
That's
and
the
that
only
you
Funkoween we get. We usually get a big announcement of stuff for Funkoween, and all we get is NFTs this year. I feel cheated.
they've had some other stuff on their Instagram. I'll pull it up and kind of scroll it. I mean, I'm not going to completely dog them out. We are going to say that they've been very, very, very unorganized this year. This has been a strange year for Funko. Normally, like you just said, we get huge drops for Funko if for Halloween, and this year has just been, hey, we're going to unvault some pops that shouldn't have been unvaulted. Even
Yeah,
though I was reading in the comments that say that they devalued a long time ago. I mean, our collections devalued a long time ago as well. Um, there's some of them that haven't. So I've been like strangely getting surprised lately at like the Miles Morales PX exclusive went way up. So some of them haven't. It's starting to feel like it is.
yeah.
'Cause I'm feeling gonna go after this gunslinger. So I think this is gonna be a pretty cool NFT set, and if I was gonna go after one of them, just like with the Back to the Future, this is probably a line that I would go after, but I'm gonna bring up something next that I know that you're gonna think is hot. Yeah, I know that this is gonna be right up your alley. I just know that it is. For some reason, I just know that you're going to be check this
I
out.
don't know about that.
Check this out. For some reason, I know that you're gonna be an 8-bit kid.
I don't do 8-bit very much.
These things are the coolest 8 bits I've ever seen.
Are they?
What?
What are they?
They're 8-bit X-Men, 97,
Now,
1997.
mind you, I'm into the whole, old school. Hell, and what was it the other day? I ended up downloading one of the old school. I guess it's not the original, but like old school '90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, arcade game that you can play online now. Um,
Yeah.
I like some of those things. I don't think the pops have transitioned very well into it. I mean, come on, Magneto is basically a block.
I know, but I look, for some reason I like it. I don't
I
know,
mean, I'm
man.
assuming that's Rogue.
Yep.
No, sorry, Jubilee. Jubilee. I'm sorry, that's Jubilee. I mean, at least she's got some oddities instead of just a block. But
What do
I
you
don't know. Come on,
mean? For some
Magneto
reason I'm
being just
into
a
him.
block. What are we gonna? Wolverine gonna be just claws or something? I don't know.
Oh, look, for some reason I'm into him. I kinda like these, like, new
Next thing we know,
strange
Professor X is gonna be a Rubik's cube.
these new strange 8 bits that they have going on. Look, I like these guys. They're super cool. I think that these I hate to say this. I think they're gonna be pretty hot. I mean, I knew that you were gonna be like, "Oh, are you crazy? Are you crazy?" I kinda like the new 8-bit. Did you know that they come out with an advent calendar for Halloween? Have you seen this? So the Funkoween, they came out with this new 13 days to Halloween. Honestly, I wish I would have known about this earlier than today, but I didn't know about it earlier than today, and this just talks about, like, how badly organized they've been.
Yeah, it just shows it was released a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, it
It-
shows how badly organized they've been because I would have bought this one and made a bunch of shorts with it, but they didn't They didn't really advertise it. It wasn't anywhere. I've seen it nowhere. It's they just kind of popped it on the page. It's really cool. I would have gotten Annabelle and sent it to you. That would have been like the whole reason for getting this. I would have gotten Annabelle. I would have sent it to your house. I think
No,
everybody
no.
now should everybody should go out now and buy this, and then you should get the Annabelle, and you should mail it to Chris's house. There's gonna go to any one of his videos, and he has an address. He has a
And
PO
it's going
box.
to go to a return to sender.
No, 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 no. He has a PO box, and we should all get these now and then send these to his PO box. He will be greatly appreciative when they all
I think
show
I
up
need
at
to
his house.
cancel that PO box now.
He will be greatly appreciative when they all show up at his house. A bunch of little Annabelles. I know that he'll be on this. Matter of fact, I'll talk to his wife and make sure she goes to the PO box so that she can bring them all back. So then he can open them all at the
I
same
hate
time.
that
This is a great
stupid
idea.
bill. I hate
It's a
those
great
stupid
idea. I
bills.
come up with some pretty great ideas sometimes, though.
I don't know. That's very questionable at best.
Very questionable at best.
Yeah.
At best. I don't know about that. So the best gaming pops of 2023, what do you think they are?
Well, it's definitely no Mario because I can't get the license for that. I would have to say something Sonic the Hedgehog.
You think Sonic the Hedgehog would be them?
I'm a fan of him.
So I kinda scrolled on this page earlier, and it was the best gaming Funko Pop figures of 2023, and normally I
How
would
is
have, like
Pokemon a game or a
well,
video?
I would have
Not,
it's a game, it's a card game.
yeah, but I think of gaming, that's like video games, not
No,
like
it's a card game.
board
It still falls in the same category. Normally, I would have scrolled just straight past this and would have kept going, but then I thought, well, maybe I should like stop and just kind of check them out and see what they have. So they got this Pokemon right here, which I think is really cool. I did not, however, know that Nintendo was Nintendo Funko Pops. I haven't seen any Nintendo Funko Pops, but apparently, like Pokemon is a part of the Nintendo franchise. In case nobody knew that. Next, we're gonna have Mist. This is the one I knew that you were gonna be on
I
top of.
have it.
I figured that you had the Master Chief.
I have
Wh-
the 10-inch Master Chief.
What about this guy? Does this one relate with you?
No idea who the hell he
I
is.
don't either. How about Sonic the Hedgehog? This is a cool
Love
one.
some Sonic. I've got a lot of Sonic Pops except for actual Sonic himself.
All right. So what about this guy?
Minecraft, again, it's a block, an 8-bit block.
You
Uh,
like the 8-bit stuff though, right?
no, no.
How about the Assassin's Creed? What about this guy?
It's got to be from Valhalla.
See, Quick
Uh,
Draw. Quick Draw agrees with me. Quick Draw. Pokemon's a video game, even though
that,
Quick Draw's not
the
hitting that
last,
heart right there.
the last actual recognizable Pokemon video game that ever came out was for the N64. They haven't put out anything worthwhile unless it's on Game Boy forever. So questionable at best.
Questionable at best. You know, it's questionable. Why aren't more of y'all like hitting that heart over there? So that we could. Oh, Chase is back. We appreciate you, Chase. You still should be hitting that heart over there, though. So the Assassin's Creed.
Chase
Okay,
is still piling through boxes of pops.
say what?
He's still sorting through giant piles of pops.
Do you think that's what's going on at this moment?
He's got to be.
So what about this guy?
Fortnite, anything Fortnite sucks.
We know how much you love
And
Fortnite. So don't.
anything Overwatch is overplayed.
We know how much you like Fortnite. Overwatch is pretty cool. Apex Legends is pretty cool.
I know nothing about that one.
So I had to like show that just because I was like scrolling through there today and that kind of like popped up. So I was like, we got to talk about that for a minute. How about Legos? You're into Legos, right?
I like Legos, yeah.
How about
I haven't really bought a Lego set in a very long time, but yeah, I'm into them.
what's a very long time?
Oh, I can't remember, to be honest with you. I think the last time I was in the Lego store at Disney Springs, it was probably got to be a holiday. We let the kids buy some stuff and make some custom Lego men. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. Only thing about Legos, I like them and I think they're incredibly creative. They take a long time and they're just so expensive. Like if I was gonna really do one, and I was gonna spend some money, I would have gotten the Cinderella's Castle Lego set, which I think is cool. But
How about the Picasso's portrait of a woman in a hat? How about this guy? Is this one that's gonna be on your list of Legos to go run out and get?
Probably not.
Why not? I guess I'm confused. I know everybody in the chat is going
Well,
to
I'm
get
not
this.
an art connoisseur by any means, and so I don't need a child version of a Picasso.
This is though, let me pull this one back down because I just
Looks
thought
like
about this.
something that somebody used macaroni noodles to create.
He probably did use macaroni noodles to create it. What do you mean, like he used macaroni noodles? He most likely used macaroni noodles to collect this. Chase, I see that you're back in here. Quick draw. I see that you're back in here. So check this out. This is what we need to do. We need to collect as many Annabelles as possible, and then we need to send them to Chris's PO box. Chris is really going to enjoy these for Christmas, so we need to get as many Annabelles as we can get our hands on, and then just ship them to his PO box. It'll go for a great cause. Maybe he can like put them all on the shelf together. That would be a great idea. Just post them all up on a shelf together. Maybe we can
That's
talk
all.
to his wife though and
Take
have
that doll.
her post them all up on a shelf for us. Maybe she could put them on his
Hey, she's in
nightstand.
charge of the shelf, so
Maybe she could put them on his nightstand while he's sleeping. That way, when he wakes up in the morning, there's a bunch of little
no,
Annabelle dolls.
no.
What would you do? Let's talk about this. What would you do if you woke up in the middle of the night and there was a a
They would most
nightstand
likely be thrown
full of
away the next day.
Annabelle dolls?
They would most likely be thrown away on the very next day.
Would you sleep the rest of the night though?
I can sleep anywhere at any time. That I'm not worried about. But the very next day they'd be gone. They would be thrown away of some sort.
It's okay, Simon. So this is what we need to do though. We need to get as many Annabelle dolls as possible, and we need to send these things to Chris. So when you're out there and you see a little Annabelle like keychain, make sure you grab it, send it to his PO box. You need to just keep sending him these Annabelles. He's really gonna love it. Really gonna love these
No,
guys. I think that that's another great idea. Maybe we
it
should like
would be a complete waste of shipping.
maybe we could glue them to his dash. I'll tell you what, maybe y'all can ship them to me, and I plan on going down for
Megacon.
Megatron Con in Florida, Megatron Con in Florida, and then I will put them all in his car. That way he can like have the full experience of all of the little eyeballs staring at him.
No.
She,
I got rid of that stupid doll and she ain't coming back in.
well, I mean, she might though. What if she keeps returning?
I'll make sure I open these boxes before I even get to the house so I can toss them out the window.
No, 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 no. I'm going to bring them there.
Mm-mm.
This is
Nope.
a great idea.
This is a no doll zone.
So the Picasso, the Lego, I don't think this is really that far out there, to be honest with you. Now, I agree with you that Picasso had a bunch of really crazy pieces that, to me, I would never be collecting because I think that they're so far out there that they look a 3-year-old did them. A lot like this one right here looks like maybe a 3-year-old had something to do with it.
It reminds me of like macaroni noodle
But I
art.
think these things are kind of cool, to be honest with you. The whole like Lego, like making Batman or making like one of the Jokers or whatever it is that you can do with those whole like Lego sets now.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I think that's pretty cool. Um, they're kind of expensive. I don't really know what kid would ever get behind it because of the fact that they are a little expensive. But I do believe that they're pretty cool. I mean, I to that point, I believe that they're pretty cool. You should get one of these guys.
Not those ones. But I could see myself getting some other things.
Hmm.
I don't know
Did you
about
know that? Did you know that Mandalorian's coming out with a season 3?
yes.
You did know that they were coming out with a season 3.
Well, technically it'd be season 4.
Season 4? Or is it season 3?
No, so it just did 3.
It's
Yeah,
what?
they just did season 3.
So are they just coming out with season 4 pops?
I don't know, but they're it would be a season 4 if they're going to do another Mandalorian. But remember, Mandalorian was originally signed for 5 seasons.
Oh, that's right. And then we had like the whole COVID year and the whole nonsense. Everything got political and all of that nonsense happened. Yeah, I remember that. There was a lot of nonsense that happened like there for a little while. I still think that you should like completely go after that Picasso. I know that you're going to get it though. I
I
just know
agree with Chase. Probably the one that would, if I were to go out and buy one right now, would be the Captain America shield.
that's a pretty cool one. That is a pretty cool one. Where do you think that you would
Quick
buy
Draw
that?
says it looks like she's got a plate of spaghetti on her head. I agree.
Where do you think that you would buy that? What do you think would be like this spot where like you would buy this tumbler?
Well, since it's not in English, I would assume somewhere in Japan of some sort, um, or maybe a Super Nintendo World, which currently there's only two of them open right now, which is Japan and LA. The third one's should be opened, I think, next year. Next
Chat,
year in 2025. I think it's 2025 actually.
chat, where do you think you're going to buy this mug right here? So it's one of those like metal tumblers. Where do you think that they would sell this? Because you're going to be shocked to find out where this is. So I seen this tumbler and I was like, man, I could kind of get behind like this tumbler, right? I
That's
was like,
pretty cool.
I would buy one of these tumblers. I've always been like a really big Mario fan. Quick Draw said that season 3 ruined the Mandalorian,
I mean, this one.
and he sold his pop because of it. I think I have that one too, which is kind of funny because I at some point I started collecting as many like Boba Fett's and Mandos as I could get my hands on. So it's kind of funny. I still have them, and I probably always will. So this is a seven. Listen to me. This is a 7-Eleven exclusive in Japan. This this cup is a
Well,
7,
7-Elevens in Japan are serious business.
have to be, right? I mean, it's
They are big time. I might mind you. I don't ask me why this stuff fascinates me, but and I've got my older daughter into actually watching these. There's a channel called Dancing Bacon, and it's just a guy. Sometimes he has his girlfriend with him. They go and do like street markets and stuff. But he'll go to places like a 7-Eleven and buy a bunch of stuff and show how it's set. Dude, 7-Eleven over there in Japan. I mean, you could literally live off a 7-Eleven in Japan. Period. It's crazy.
well, it has to be crazy. I mean, the only thing that you could say is that it has to be crazy. I mean, just simply because they have a 7-Eleven like metal tumbler that you're going to be
Mhm.
able to go pick your hands up on, to me seems absolutely insane.
And
Insanity that
and
we're
the
going to be
little
seeing.
Italian plumber Mario is huge in Japan. Huge. Telling you.
I had 0 clue that that was even a thing, that would even be a
Mhm.
thing, that you could go to 7-Eleven and pick up a metal tumbler. If somebody knows someone in Japan and they wanna send me a metal tumbler, have them get with me. I'll figure out how I'm gonna pay them the shipping costs because I will take a Mario 7-Eleven tumbler. Funko has a pumpkin carving contest going on at this moment, and Chris is gonna tell us all how we enter the pumpkin carving contest.
I'll probably read the same thing. You guys are all in front. Um, 20 through 2023, post your carvings or painted Funko pumpkins by tagging original Funko at original Funko and using hashtag Funko Pumpkin Contest on your Instagram or X, which is still a horrible goddamn name. Anyways, please note competitors on Instagram must post on their IG feed. Stories are not eligible. We will be sharing some of your pumpkin art on social channels and will select 3 winners who will receive a free Funko Pop yourself plus buddies. That's kind of a weak prize. I'm sorry.
Kind of is a weak price. Wonder why they did that. And what did it mean, like, your Funko pumpkin? What is a Funko pumpkin? Your Funko pumpkins. Is it
I mean,
just
I'm assuming it's like this. It's either carving out of a Funko head inside the pumpkin or painted on there. I know a lot like my wife likes to paint them a lot instead of carving them. It's the only thing I can think of.
so you think that's what they're talking about? Like, it just has to be, like, done in the theme of a Funko? Because that would make sense, right?
Yeah, but
Just
with
done
wait, hold on. It's a 24th, so this had to be in by
today.
yesterday. You have until October 23rd. So you had until yesterday, and they posted this 4 days ago.
So they gave you 4 days.
3 days, really.
3 days. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought that this was, like, a real thing that Funko was just not going to be this unorganized, but apparently they were.
And
So
they
4
should have
days
posted this at the beginning of October.
so 4 days ago, they posted this, and you had till yesterday to make it. So you had 3 days to make it, which seems absolutely insane to me. So they gave you 3 days to do it, and then they were gonna, like, pick a winner. That was kinda cool. I'm a little upset that they, like, did it so quickly, though. This is that Iron Man that we were talking about. You know, they had, like, so many different sets of him. I really didn't think about what Fabian said, that they didn't ever sell those, that those were given directly to VV. I bet those were given directly to VV, and that it was an even bigger, like, marketing scheme than we thought of. You
Very
notice it nope.
possibly.
Say what?
Very possible.
Well, you notice that nobody, like, on that post said, "Hey, I got it." I mean, because you'd think that
Because
they've
nobody actually has it.
right. I mean, you'd think that, like, somebody by now would have already been there with the "I got it." So this is going to be that, I actually kinda like this. So I'm a little bit of a Lord of the Rings fan, not like a super
I like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings fan, but I'm a little bit of a Lord of the Rings fan. This is really cool. I don't think you could own one of these though. I think if you had one of them, you'd have to have like 3 or 4 of them, but then I
Yeah.
think that they all had something different in their hands, am I right? Every
No,
one of them in the movie had something different in its hands, right?
not Sauron. Sauron always kind of had the same kind of, when they were showing him in battle, he basically had the same, what he shows in his hand here. He basically had that giant friggin' ball hammer thing, and that's really all he. Because you only got to see him in the movie is when they were showing how he was basically demolishing people and stuff like that. And then, of course, after that, when he lost the ring, he became a giant eye, which is cool. And they'd never done that. They should do the tower with the eye, which would be awesome. But
I didn't know that he became the giant eye.
yeah, that's basically Sauron. He basically just didn't die, and he was, that's basically was he was all seeing.
You've always needed these, right?
I don't even know what I'm looking at,
So
other
it's
than I
5
know it's Five Nights at Freddy.
it's something Five Nights at Freddy. They're coming out with a Five Nights at Freddy movie right now. Have you ever played this video game? Has anybody here ever played this video game?
No,
This video game makes you lose brain cells, like, when you're playing it. I don't know about now, but the original version of this game was you basically walking through a room, trying not to get caught by these things, right? Trying not to get caught by these things, and it was more jump scares than anything. Why the kids, like, jumped onto it as much as they did was I've always been really confused as to why this took off in
I've
the way
I've
that it
seen
did.
there be like whole Five Nights at Freddy like book novels at Target and stuff like that
Oh,
before.
it look, it took off. It went from this really, like, silly game that didn't make a lot of sense into, like, people, like, raving. The kids went crazy about it. They made novels, they made toys, they made Funko Pops. Funko keeps cashing in on it again and again and again and again. This is probably I would be willing to bet out of all of the license agreements that they got, Five Nights at Freddy's has made them the most money because they have produced it so
Probably.
much. Because they have produced it so much.
I mean,
I
there's got to be some sort of
bet.
fallout for the damn thing because well, you see it all the time.
I bet that they've made more money off of this license agreement than anything that they've done. Not just this though, like, so they've killed it. They've killed it with this Five Nights at Freddy. There's a movie that's gonna be coming out here soon that is about Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't understand it. I'll probably never understand it. Not a singular day in my life. These things are really weird too. There's some kind of, like, what is this? What is going on with this thing? Is it a toy? It's gotta be a toy,
I
not a
would
collectible.
assume so.
It's not a col
I would just leave them like that without a face.
just leave them without a face?
Just leave them without a face.
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's, guys. Go get your Five Nights at Freddy's toy. Hey, why does Funko wanna be a toy company so badly?
Well, I mean, technically, in essence, they are a toy company to a certain point, but I think they spread themselves out too far is the problem.
I mean, why wouldn't you just stay a collectible company? I mean, hasn't that worked for them? I mean, did wasn't that their, like, claim to fame?
I would definitely.
I'm going to
Wait,
look at that one for free.
Gargoyles is Disney. Gargoyles was in the 1990s afternoon cartoon shows. Is what Gargoyles was. Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
What do you think about the
Did you hear?
Reese's?
Oh, a live action Gargoyle series. Um, I did not hear about a live action Gargoyles, and I would not be for it, to be honest with you.
What do you
Anyway,
think about the Reese's?
I have to have it.
You have to have the Reese's.
I have to have the Reese's.
What about the Whoppers?
Whoppers, maybe not so much. I'm not a big Whopper person. Reese's, go with that. Jolly Rancher, maybe.
And then
But
this is plushes.
no, they're
The
plushes.
the only one out of the group that like got my attention was the first one that they put on the front. I was like, man, that's pretty legit. I like that Reese's, to be honest.
I
The
like that
whole like
Reese's. I think the bite being taken out of it is even better. Yeah, every part about that seems cool. I will definitely need to buy this one.
I like this one. I think this one's really cool. So I think Funko did something there that they haven't done in a while. They made something pretty cool. And then this just kind of falls off. We have this guy here. You can get your X-Men like half a backpack. Half a backpack. Maybe not even half, more like quarter of a backpack, something like that. Get your
That's kind of
quarter
an
of it.
insult because they made it all metallic, and if you're gonna base it off of Wolverine's outfit, then don't make it metallic. I mean, that's just an insult. And then you don't even have an 8-bit Wolverine, or is this? No, it's not Jubilee. It's not Rogue. I mean, it could be Rogue, I guess, but I mean, it looks like it's a Wolverine mini backpack. And then you're not even gonna have an 8-bit Wolverine. What in the hell are you guys doing?
What they do have that 8-bit Magneto though. That
You got the
8-bit
block.
that 8-bit Magneto is pretty fire.
You got a plastic block painted a pink and red or pink and purple and called it a day.
I'm telling you, they did something right though when they did that one. That's the artist that they didn't fire. That
I
was the
think
one.
that entire thing right there is gonna be a fail.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't call it when it comes to those, but I wanted to bring their page up and talk about this for a minute. So you know that this one has been a Hot Topic exclusive.
Yeah.
This one is currently like, listen to me when I say this because all of y'all are going to be like, oh no, Wayne didn't say that. This one is currently selling on Whatnot for like $35.
What was funny is, okay, I know I'm hypocritical right here, and I'm going to call myself out on this. Is I know I've complained a lot of times about the fact that Funko sells store exclusives in their store. I may buy this on Funko's website just because I don't get out to Hot Topic very often, and it's kind of far away. So will I probably buy it on here? Yes.
Chase actually threw something up there. The M&M. Why haven't they made an M&M pop? That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, the M&M characters. That's a very good point. I mean, Mars doesn't own Reese's.
I don't know.
Because I know M&M's is Mars Candy Company.
You know who would know though?
I do know.
The Lou. The
Yeah.
Lou would know. The Lou would know the answer to these questions. You know how I know the
He
Lou would
also
know the
lives
answer
in
to these questions?
Pennsylvania around all the big candy companies, and we know he works for a candy company.
I don't know that he works for a candy company, and I don't know which candy company he works for. I do, however, know that he lives close to Hershey's Park,
Yes.
right? And Philadelphia is where I think
Yes,
Hershey's
that's what
Park
it
is.
is. Reese's is a Hershey's product.
So is M&M's, right?
No, M&M's is Mars.
M&M's is so. I'm totally confused.
So here, I just pulled it up. So the same family that owns M&M's also owns Three Musketeers, Bounty, which is like the coconut candy. Can't remember the name of it right now. Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, Starburst, Twix, Orbits. That's Mars candy. Lifesavers, Kind, Juicy Fruit, Dove. That's all Mars bars. Whereas Hershey's has like the Mr. Good bar, the Reese's, the Hershey's chocolate bars, all that stuff.
Zach, Uranus has the best chocolate. I mean, the best fudge comes from Uranus. I pass it all the time on 69. I'm gonna show it to you now that you said this. The Uranus is just off 69. They have the best fudge. The Uranus loves packing your fudge too. So, I mean, you could probably go online and look up Uranus, and they have, like, a whole, like, they'll pack the fudge and send it to you. You should go look up Uranus. Anyways, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. So you're not opposed to this one actually being on their site. I'm not opposed to it being on their site, but I wanted to bring it up that it is on their site. This one's just not the only one that's on their site right now. So you can go on there and get all of the what did they call these? The scare fair, the hot topic scare fair. It
Yeah,
looks
the
like they're
sticker
gonna have
bar.
the stickers on there as well. Now, I have not been to my local Hot Topic, but I have heard rumors that they are everywhere.
Yeah.
He said Wayne beat me to it. I've heard that they have an abundance of these. At the last time I was at Hot Topic, one of the
Wait,
employees at
hold on. How am I on Pluto, Zach? Wayne is on Uranus.
Uranus, packing
That
fudge
just
at
sounds.
Uranus.
That just wait. It came off of my tongue, I was like, God, that sounds really just really bad. But why am I on Pluto?
I don't know. I think he's trying to say that I like packing fudge or something. I don't know what he's saying. I whatever it is. So, anyways, before I get demonetized over here, because it's probably happening at any moment, that's why I don't monetize these videos. Come at me, dog. Um, you can go in there and pick these up. Some of these are really cool. The one that I was just showing with the alien, I think is really cool, but I think that I would rather go to Hot Topic and grab it, to be honest. I think out of all of the Exorcist pops that I've ever
That
seen,
one's cool. The
this
Reagan,
one's the coolest
the
one that I've
Reagan
ever seen.
puking. Yeah, that puke has got a glow too. It's some sort of black
This
light.
guy, I still for the life of me, I think is
Uh,
gonna I look, I know there's not a lot of people who agree with me, but this one's a future grail. This one right here is a future grail. Unless they keep making them, right? So unless they just decide they're gonna do like everything else that they're doing at this moment and they're gonna keep popping this one out, I'm telling you that they're going to like when this one sells out, you'll never see a Michael Myers error like this again. So this Michael Myers, the mask is not going over his ears. The mask normally goes all the way around the head, all the way around the head. This is
yeah,
the only
yeah.
Michael Myers
They
pop
screwed that one up.
that you'll see that they only put that mask on his face, like it's a Halloween mask. Like it should have rubber bands that goes around his ears, so to keep it in place. I mean, how else would it stay in place? You just can't place something on your face and it stays
Well,
there.
and it's got to be a because like I said, they've already said before the original Michael Myers mask was just a William Shatner, Star Trek, mask folded inside out. That's all it was.
Right.
So it had to go over his head completely.
Yes.
That's just like, and I know we've talked about it before, but and I know it's somewhere close. Is they've been because it's been October. If you guys are on TikTok, you definitely got to go check out Michael Myers at Decatur. They've been cranking up their shorts lately for that, and it is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that guy lives right down the road from me. Um, Talking about TikTok, you can actually go on TikTok right now, and you can go to the Disney. You got to go to the additional the original
Oh, the
Disney.
cards.
They have cards on there. You can go
Yeah.
to the 100th anniversary. You can play these little games. They let you open these cards. I did it today. Well, me and my daughter did it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'll film it. I'll throw it on there as a short.
Somebody
Um,
needs to send me an Elsa card. It's the one I'm missing from the first week.
you're missing the. I got two of them, so I'll send you
I
one.
need an Elsa. That's all I
I'll
need.
send you an Elsa. I have 2 of them. So go onto TikTok, and they're gonna give you these free cards. They're the Laura Conda cards, but they're a digital version of it. They're really cool. So I got Mando, I got Chewbacca, I have Elsa, I have a few other ones because me and my daughter did it together, and then we just kinda traded amongst each other to try and
Doing
get the
now.
whole collection. Go check those out when you get a free minute though, because that's if you're on TikTok and you just got a few minutes to kill, go check that out instead of doom scrolling. Go over there and look at that real quick. You got the Bride of Chucky, which to me is look this. I did not know till here recently that. Hold on, let me pull you up there full screen. There you go.
I just did it right. I just got Kim Possible.
Yeah, so you could
You
you could
do
go on there.
you can collect cards, but then you could get more cards. You have to do different things. Like you go to the site and follow one of their things on TikTok, or visit a Disney video, or take a daily Disney quiz, which I typically do because I'm all good. I'm all about some Disney quiz. In fact, actually, let me give you guys one right here. Who did ESPN name as the top North American athlete of the 20th century?
Easy.
A. Babe Ruth, B. Michael Jordan, C. Muhammad Ali, or D. Wayne Gretzky?
Jordan all day.
That's got to be Muhammad Ali.
It's not it's Jordan. I'm telling you.
You sure?
I'm
All right,
positive.
I'll pick Jordan. Oh, you are right. Here's one. I think you got 5 questions. We're gonna go through these real quick. Before Andy, who did Jesse belong to? Emily, Bonnie, Jody, or Molly?
You tell me because I know.
I know that's Emily.
It's Emily. Yeah.
Who does Han Solo take Rey, Finn, and BB-8 to see in Star Wars Force Awakening?
Easy one.
It's either Maz Kanata, Chewbacca, Poe, Darren, or Zor Bliss. It's got to be.
Who do you think it is? And I'll tell you the answer.
It's got to be Chewbacca.
It's Catan.
It's Kanata, Maz Kanata? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I would have gotten that one wrong. In the Book of Boba / Mandalorian 2.5, who takes Boba's armor after his escape from the Sarlacc? Ewoks, Jawas, Tusken Raiders, or Pook Syndicate?
Who was it? I know.
Wasn't it the Jawas?
It's the correct. It's the Jawas for 1,000 points.
And the last one. What was the first regular season football game for Monday Night Football on ESPN? Ooh, I don't even know this one.
Say them, and I'll tell you which one it is.
San Diego versus Oakland,
Nope.
Seattle versus Kansas City, Dallas versus Philadelphia, or Minnesota versus Washington.
It's Dallas versus Philadelphia.
That's the one I'm thinking of. And nope, it was Minnesota versus Washington.
Ooh, that's the only one I got wrong. All right.
So I just picked up 2 more cards for that. And you just open them straight up. And see
Here, put them on the screen. Let us see them.
I got the Black Panther.
All right, so click it right there so we can see the other one.
And sometimes you just get blank ones. Come on.
It's loading.
And I got what I got? I got
Chewbacca. Get Chewie.
It's a fun little game to play. And I think it's very creative what Disney did and working with TikTok on that.
All right, so look, I've got to admit that is one of the most creative things I have seen in a really long time. So today my daughter comes to me and she says, "Hey, have you gotten your Disney cards yet?" And I said, "Disney cards? What do you mean Disney cards?" I said, "We can't even get Disney cards right now. I've been trying for months." She was like, "No, on TikTok, Dad." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Let me see." So I've been doing it. She's been doing it. It's really fun. There's going to be like 6 weeks of this. It's going to be going on, or
like that, yeah.
5 weeks of it, and you're going to have a chance to win so many cards and all of the collection throughout. They give you the odds on the cards, so some of them have like a 0.33% chance of you pulling it. Some of them have a 5% chance. The odds on a lot of them are not very great. Some of them are better than others. Look, if you're going to be doom scrolling, because we've all are guilty of it at some point, if you're going to doom scroll, you might as well doom scroll and play with the cards a little bit.
And some of the TikTok videos, like there's one you get cards by doing a little TikTok video, and that's how, if you guys see me do the one where it's like pick your favorite song from whatever by moving your head. I mean, it's something small, simple, stupid like that, and it's a little bit of fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun. So go check that out when you get a minute. You'll have a little bit of fun with that. Or I had some fun with it today. To be completely honest, though, doing the quiz was kind of loaded because I'd already done it once today.
Oh, okay.
So it was a little loaded.
So that means your questions are the same for everybody.
They're exactly the same. So just remember, it's Minnesota for the last one. Watch this again. It's Minnesota for the last one.
But yeah, so hey, I need that Elsa. You gotta send me that Elsa.
I have an Elsa, so I'll send you that Elsa. And that's the other cool part, is that I could share them with Chris just on TikTok. I can just send him one. I have 2 of them. I'll send him one, and then I think I am missing. I'll tell you later which ones I'm missing, because I'm missing.
Tell me. I've got all the rest of them on the first set, but Elsa.
Yeah, I don't have all of the rest of them. I'm missing a couple on the first set, so I pulled a bunch of blank cards, like a bunch of blank cards.
And you can like I think the first set I pulled today, I only got one, and then the other two were blank. So yeah, you can't pull blank. But
I
like I
I
said,
pulled a
it's the
bunch of.
first kind of really creative thing I've really seen on TikTok.
It's one of the most creative things I've seen on TikTok yet, and that tells you that how much Disney's working with China right now. I mean, that gives you, like, an insight as to how much they're working with them a lot. I mean, and it shows just in the production of that game. What do you got going on next week? I know that you went to Disney, you had a lot of fun in Disney. Did you make any videos while you were in
No, no,
Disney?
no. We're going to Disney this weekend.
This
So
week is your daughter's
we
birthday.
are going to this weekend. We've got a couple different restaurants. I may film both. I may film one. I'm not really sure. I know I'm going to get up early one day and go do a resort tour, just because that look we're staying at Pop. Oh no, sorry, Port Orleans French Quarter. And I've already done a resort tour on this, but it was one of my very early ones, and I think I need to do this one a little bit more respect, because it is a fantastic location. But maybe some other small stuff. Definitely a room tour. People seem to love that stuff. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with it. This is probably one of my favorite. Moderate resorts are some of my favorite resorts on Disney property. Um, because the deluxe ones like Animal Kingdom, the last one I stayed at, is fantastic. A lot of amenities, but sometimes it's just it's too much sometimes. Whereas the value resorts, it doesn't seem like you get enough for the price. So moderates are perfectly right in the middle. They're well themed. The kids are gonna have a lot of fun. This thing has an awesome pool with a huge like slide that's in the shape of a freaking dragon and stuff. It's pretty awesome. I might have to give the kids a GoPro and let them take that thing down.
That'll be fun. You should definitely do that. Let them have the GoPro, let them slide down with it, see what it looks like. That'd be a ton of fun.
So, but I think it's gonna be fun. It's her sixth birthday. So, like I said, being out here at Disney, and we're so close to all this stuff. Um, we do give the kids the opportunity when it is their birthday of doing one or two things, even having a birthday with their friends, and we usually go to like Sky Zone or Urban Air or something like that, or we let them go to a Disney staycation, and she chose to do a staycation, so that's what we're doing.
Staycation.
Staycation, why not?
I'm down for it.
you know. But we definitely do have some more stuff hopefully planned next year. The end of next year, we're doing a Great Wolf Lodge is opening up out here in close to actually Chase's neck of the woods down in Naples. So that opens up October 1st. So we do plan on being there right around opening and filming that location, as well as maybe who knows, if I can pull off a cruise, we may do that too.
You can pull off a what?
Pull off a cruise.
Oh man, you're
So
getting rich. What are you doing for a living now?
getting lucky, getting lucky. Got a lot
Selling,
of hey
selling that dope in Florida again.
hey.
You're in Chase.
We
You and
got we got Florida man around here.
you
It's
and Chase in
pretty
the
easy.
same business,
We
is
got
what you're telling me.
we got Florida man around here, so it's pretty easy. So I'm not that worried.
That's why Chase lives on the coast. Now I'm starting to figure it out. Chase picks it up and brings it to you, the kingpin. I'm
Yeah,
starting to figure this out.
we're
And then both of y'all are probably hooked up with the aliens at Funko, because we know
oh
that
for
the
sure,
aliens
for
at Funko, like we know that that's how the NC Chase is talking about. He gets it on discount. The aliens at Funko. All of this is starting to
Where
make a
do you
full
think they
circle.
come to vacation? Everything, even the aliens come out here to Florida vacation.
Everything is
Everybody comes
starting
to
to make a
Florida.
full circle. I'm starting to understand what's going on, guys. Hey, look, we truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. This show is always a lot of fun. I think coming forward, I'm going to start like giving some stuff away. So just stay tuned for that. I've got some cleaning out my studio stuff that I need to do. So some of that'll start happening here soon. I
Now, I
appreciate you
think
guys.
I think also next week being Halloween, my neighborhood does a big thing outside, so I'm at least taking next week off. I'm not sure, but I'll be
We'll
back in
figure it
a
out.
few weeks.
We'll put a post out. We'll figure it out.
So just keep that in mind. But if anything, y'all enjoy your Halloween with family, with friends, whatever it is you do. Have a lot of fun and stay safe.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.
Later.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. TechBot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.